Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joshua Burrier here with Blitzbuilt Games, video journal number 3. Yesterday was my Sabbath, as you saw in my last video. Did a lot of reading. Team of Rivals about the men President Lincoln had around him. So not a Lincoln autobiography, but more of an autobiography about the men he had around him. And those guys were freaking geniuses. Flat out. Just seeing the men that he beat to get to the White House was pretty awe-inspiring, to say the least. Quite enjoyable. Took a few naps and got an email that a invoice was ready to be paid, so I went and accepted payment and sold 2 more decks on top of that. So unexpected amount of income came in yesterday on my Sabbath. So how does that happen? Had some fun hanging out with friends, and got to reinforce the fact that I'm a morning person, not an evening person last night, because my brain was not all there for an important meeting. Fortunately, I wasn't in charge. Unfortunately, I thought I was, which was really disappointing, or had something to say, and quite honestly, because my brain didn't want to work as well as it does in the mornings, I wasn't able to get my ideation across appropriately, which really sucked. Anyway, so today I have coming up, I'll be doing a demo down at a local board games called Zulu Games. And, yeah, doing a little bit of ordering today. Gonna order some popcorn in for Artisans Mercantile. Now, with Blitzbuilt Games, that will appear to be out of my wheelhouse a little bit, at least in the way that games will go. And actually, looking back, I've spent about $500 on things that are not Blitzbuilt Games, but to help bring in income. This popcorn is going to be one of them, and my mother's purses are another. However, they sit there and they make income for me. And if you look at all the big businesses around, the most profitable businesses produce a pipeline. They don't produce an idea, they don't produce a product. They simply ship other people's ideas or products. And when I tried this popcorn, oh my goodness, it was delicious. The root beer floats fizzed in my mouth. The price point was way low, quite nicely low for a very fun treat. And so that's why I'm going to pick it up and start selling it. And through Artisans Mercantile, I've got 3 products running through there as part of a pipeline. Things I buy and then sell for a little bit higher. So I'll be working on that order today. Currently, well, last month I sold nothing through Artisans Mercantile, big fat goose egg. The month before, I made enough to pay for the product I had purchased and manufactured, as well as the rent. So, sitting in the red at Artisans Mercantile right now. But that's the way it is. Some months you'll have good months, some months you'll have bad months. Looking to have another good month this month. Also, I've already had sales this month through there. It looks like July will actually jumpstart with Artisans as summer hits, and a lot of people are just traveling around, visiting the quaint little shops. Artisans will be on their radar a bit more. So yeah, let's see what else is happening. Yeah, I talked about the demo and all that. So that's about it. That's the wrap up. Do want to do a little bit of year in review. It has just been over a year since I married my wife. And it is through her graciousness that I can pursue these pursuits. Maybe my mind doesn't work in the mornings either. I might want to check into that. But I really have a marvelous, strong wife. And my desire is to get to the point where she gets to work and doesn't have to work. To be fair, She's not working to fulfill my dreams of business ownership and EntreLeadership only. We are working together on this. When I married her, there was some previous choices that she made financially that are a hardship on the marriage, and she understood that working to pay those off was part of it. I just need to get my butt in gear and catch up to her. So, this is what the bottom looks like, honestly. You know, I've brought home $65 this month. Woohoo. And I'm about to spend another $65 on a product that I'll be able to bring home. Maybe the same amount. I don't know. We're going to find out. That's the problem with being at the bottom, is you don't know which iron in the fire is going to produce. And when you get too many irons in the fire, you'll produce nothing. None of them will get hot enough to sell. And that's the concern with picking up this popcorn. With the amount I spend on popcorn and purses, I could have more decks. Some of the decks aren't selling well. Arcanum specifically. It does sell enough, but everything else sells twice as fast. So, of course, it is the most difficult deck, even though it's the most rewarding. Yeah, you summon a bunch of characters against your guy. They're going to love the Arcanum deck. So that's what's going through my head today. Gratitude and honoriness. And keep on fighting. I thank God and I thank my wife. They're pretty much what's carrying me through right now. I look back on 15 years ago, and honestly, financially, I haven't gotten much further. I don't make any more. Don't make any less. When I burn the boats for Handyman, that's a whole nother subject I'll cover tomorrow. Anyway, you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I've taken enough of your time.